statement made without manifestation. When change has progressed, manifestation comes to change, and now the statement becomes a reality in your life. Ask your neighbor, when you going to be a statement? I'm going to answer, when you change. When you change, you'll become the statement. Until then, you have no manifestation. Well, it's the what's next factor that hinders us from running well. Because when you see what you're going to become, you start searching for what you're going to become. But eyes have not seen. If eyes haven't seen, how you seen it? Because everybody I hear say when they got called to salvation, when they got called to ministry, we all said no. We ain't going. Because I seen my mother and father, I seen my people. I told them, I didn't say no, I said not yet. Because some of us know we're going to get it. Some of us know we're going to go into it. Some of us know we're going to get it done, but we just said not yet. Somebody say not yet. And I bind that spirit too. How we have not yets in the building when you have leadership that needs your help to go forward? Oh, help me today. Help me. I understand here. So the problem here, Pastor, is we find out that the next factor hinders us. It says, you did run well. Who did hinder you? Watch this, prophetess. I can get over my whats, but sometimes I can't get over my who's. Y'all ain't feel that. Y'all ain't feel that. That hit me again in my stomach. Every time I say it hits me in the stomach. I said I can get over my what I did, but I can't get over all the who I did. Oh, okay, we can't be transparent. We can't. Because everyone you did is a part of who you are. Okay, all right. All right. So here. So I know. Because what has happened now is we got to understand where we are. If we are in the part of running well and got stopped, that means we are cursed in the next. So that means, hallelujah, let me speak prophetically, I break the curse off of your necks. Man, y'all should be screaming right there. I said, I break the curse off of your necks. Because you're the next person in line for the next miracle. So I break the curse off of what you're getting next. If I knew the curse was going to be broken, I would be out of my mind. That means my generation and my generation going to be blessed because the curse has been lifted. Say it to yourself. The curse has been lifted. In Jesus' name. You ought to clap your hands right there. I realize, hallelujah, many of us have walked around in curses because no one broke it for you. Okay, let me help you. Can I help Oasis for one day? The reason why Pastor leans on the prophet, because some people are never going to get free until the prophet releases it. Some of y'all ain't going to never be free from what you're going through until the prophet speaks it out of their mouth. And the reason why the churches are not as full as they used to be, because we ain't got enough prophets speaking breakthrough and change. If I had some prophets would stand up and point to the people who are going through and say, be thou healed, be thou delivered, be thou free, we can go somewhere. Oh, my God. Watch this. Can I talk at home for a second? I'm home. I'm going to talk at home. Stop tripping because pastor wants prophets to be promoted. I said stop tripping because the pastor wants prophets promoted. Because every pastor needs a prophet. Because if I talk to some of y'all, my business be on the street. But if I talk to the prophet got to take it to their grave. I don't need you to be the prophet to prophesy to me all the time. I need you to be the prophet to listen. Can I get a prophet that wants to hear what the problem is so I can go pray about it? Oh, let me, come on, always, let me take you here for a second. See, the problem is, oh, man. The problem is when you're interceding, you think you're interceding for yourself. Men don't know what to pray for as they ought, so the Spirit make an intercession. When you start speaking in tongues and going off, you ain't praying for you. That tongue ain't for you. That falling on the ground, rolling the corner, and that ain't for you. What's for you is when you lay on the floor and say, Lord, this is me. And you have a conversation, Lord, I stand in the need of prayer. I need a breakthrough. You are my Father. You are the head of my life. I need you. Oh, Lord, I need you. I'm not speaking in tongues there. I'm crying like a baby saying, Lord, how long is my night? How long is my issue? How long? I wish I had somebody who had a long night. I can't intercede for myself. At that point, I got to talk to the master. Lord, how long are you going to make me suffer like this? How long am I going to cry this cry? How long am I going to shed this tear? But you know what Pastor the Lord showed me a couple months ago? He said, the reason why you're crying the tear is because I'm feeling your belly. And every time the tears run down your eye, he told me, do not let the tear hit your shirt. Guide the tear to your mouth. Lord, what he says, I don't care how salty it is. I don't care what it tastes like. Guide it to your mouth, because when your belly gets full of tears and you're full to the point where you're going to burst, I'm getting ready to come set you free. I'm going to make it, you ain't crying for real until your belly gets full of the tears of the stuff you've been going through. Lord, how long is my night? He says, my tears have been my meat. Which means we ought to be fasting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Amen. Say it again. How is tears going to be your meat if you're not fasting? Because when you fast, you cry from hunger. In the Bible, and listen, he that hungers and thirsts after righteousness shall be filled. So I might be crying, but I'm filling up my belly. Tell somebody, my belly getting full now. So y'all can get some cards and put them in your face and let it guide to your mouth. Don't let them tears fall on the ground no more. Don't mess up your clothes because you're crying. Put your head back and suck them tears up, because in a minute, you're going to get delivered. In a minute, you're going to be free. In a minute, there's going to be a great release. Lord, I cried for a reason. Lord, I hurt for a reason. Lord, I was bound for a reason. Lord, I was struggling for a reason. But he that keepeth Israel, he kept me. And he that keepeth Israel does not slumber or sleep. And he is my refuge. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Well, let me share this. The measurement, men, the measurement, people of God, the measurement of your life, watch this, isn't based on your personal wisdom. We have some doctorates in here, some master degrees in here, some bachelors, some GEDs, and some babies ain't start school yet. But it's not measured, your life is not measured based on your personal wisdom. Watch this. Or your personal strength, or your spiritual affirmations that consistently are shown to be in and over your life. You're not measured by what you think you have or think you are. You're measured by who you belong to. Oh, man. I just saw something here. The reason why we're not excelling because we don't realize how excellent he is. The reason we're not growing because we don't realize that in the book of Revelations, the angel came out of heaven and sowed the ground so that we can grow. Oh, man. I wish I had somebody who would just look to heaven and say, here I am. Because when you start measuring yourself based on who you are, you start disliking who you are. That's a spirit of depression that the enemy wants to throw at you because you never like yourself. Sometimes you got to have a mirrorless day. Stop looking for what your beauty is outwardly and realize that you are the apple of his eye because of what's on side of you. Oh, God. That he loves me regardless of my inhibitions. He loves me regardless of what my stains are. And if I take the makeup off my face, he loves me no matter how many scars I have on my face. Have some, tell your neighbor, you need to have a mirrorless day. So you stop looking at yourself and depending on what you look like. Because, Pastor and I, brother, elder, we would have we go out without brushing our beard. We would be like, did I brush my beard today? Might be out of place. And the first thing we do is look in the mirror in the car, making sure we're doing like this, wetting our face. You got to have a mirrorless day. What are you saying, Apostle? Trust in who God made you, regardless of who you're trying to make yourself be. I'm going to quit. If y'all put me out, I'm going to quit. But once you understand this, watch this. There are some affirmations hanging over your life that you have not even lived up to yet. You know why? One reason why is because you're trying to be confirmed and not affirmed. You think man's confirmation is bigger than heaven's affirmation? Never. If you don't put a title on none of y'all in here, if no one calls you blessed, heaven says you're blessed. Amen. If the doctors say you're going to die, heaven said you're going to live. If the world say dirty, God say clean. I'm not living off of confirmation, I'm living off of affirmation. Yeah, heaven affirms us. He affirms us, and then man confirms us. Here's our mistake, pastor. Here's our mistake, minister. Here's our mistake, elders, and all the prophets. Here's our mistake. Soon as we get confirmed, we want another one. So here's when deception and sin comes in. Because you didn't believe God the first time. So now you bragging, Pastor Will prophesied to me again. You in sin. Elder, why did I say that? Because why does God got to come back and confirm, reconfirm when we all trust and believe the same God? And the Bible says out of two or three, so if the two are together and they prophesied from heaven, why you need to go to Johnny, Prophet Susie? I know what Pastor said, but what you say? I know what the apostle said, but a prophetess, would you give me a word? And then as soon as the prophet said, God said, be obedient. I didn't like that prophecy.